again, and welcome to Money Matters. In the first quarter of 2021, Hong Kong's economy grew 7.9% year on year. It was a sign the economy was stirring to life. Zella Chin checked out a recent live trade show to find out if business owners see a rebound coming their way.
An abundance of face masks, pillows to rest your head, and lots of people. A more common and welcome sight for vendors at this Trade Development Council Expo in Wan Chai.
This is one of the first in-person fairs in Hong Kong since the COVID-19 pandemic struck. More than 400 exhibitors are showcasing their products and hoping business bounces back.
Remote control mini series.
Oh, these are remote control.
Yeah.
This toy designer is a regular on the fair circuit. It's one of her sales channels. She normally exhibits at about 6 shows a year, but almost all were canceled last year. Her revenues dropped 35% in 2020 versus 2019.
This is like a great impact for our company because actually for our toys, we would like to have more interaction with our end user for the customers.
So instead, Kenneth had to improvise by making video calls to her local and overseas buyers.
How do they review our new products? They can see from their cell phone or from the screen. Of course, at the end, they would like to see on hand. We send a sample by courier to them.
She is relieved that fairs have started again, and she's introducing a new line of toys to the public.
And we got the new license from KMB Company. This is the limited edition in 1:16 scale.
Wow, 1/16 of a robust.
Yeah, 1/16.
Wow, that's quite big. So you must like playing toys a lot as a kid.
Actually, I don't have any remote control toys in my home.
Oh no, so you have to make up for it now.
Yeah.
Both kiddies and adults are excited about the toy vehicles, and Kenneth says business is returning to normal.
We can see the pandemic is rather stable, and even for the end user, for the customers, they already get used to it for the pandemic period.
Her sales grew 30% in the first quarter year on year, and she's quite optimistic for the rest of 2021. At another booth is an exhibitor selling gardening supplies. Alvin is a distributor of a sponge used to grow plants. The soil-free technology called PAFCO is made by Toyota and drinks company Suntree.
This product is 100% organic. If you can see after absorb the water, it will keep 30% water, and then 70% inside is air. If you give more water, they will not absorb the water, because the wood need to absorb enough mineral and organic substance and air and water when they need photosynthesis.
Alvin founded the business in 2018. He primarily makes green walls and green spaces for corporate clients in Hong Kong, mainland China, and Dubai. His 2020 revenues dropped by 30% year on year, as major projects were canceled or suspended. But he knows that sales of the retail side of the business increased by a third. Alvin joined the fair to develop the retail market. And with the ongoing pandemic, he thinks there's more demand for his product.
People stay at home, so they want to modify or renovation their home more healthy. So they will think planting.
Alvin, if I buy this plant, how much water do I need to give it?
We only give 1 cm water is enough. 1 cm water is the 1 finger level.
What happens when my plant grows very big then?
You need to purchase the bigger PAFCO.
I see. From you, so that's a good business model.
Yeah, thank you.
He says most customers are surprised by the sponge.
So clean, so light, easy to irrigation. Let them to feel, oh, very surprised. This is the new technology.
Each small potted plant sells for $138. Alvin's pleased to exceed his sales target of 150 pots a day. And the booth cost only $300 for 5 days, with the help of subsidies from the government and the TDC. And he plans to open a retail shop in the city later this year. Alvin's first quarter 2021 revenues are growing too, 100% year on year. On the other side of the convention center is a first-time exhibitor.
When we,
Really work.
with
like a
hand
drum
and
set.
also drums.
Geep Chan, 26, is a percussionist. He plays drums and xylophones. He started an education business in 2017 to teach budding and bashing musicians. But he discovered there is little demand for his services.
There's two main problems in making students not really active in learning percussion. The instrument is very big and expensive. We have no space for the kid or the younger. They keep their instrument at home.
So Geep expanded the business to include made-to-order instruments, and he designed smaller products for the Hong Kong market.
Most popular the product is the desktop xylophone. It's because the historical xylophone is very big size. So we take off the resonator and the wheel. We can keep it in a very small space. It's a half price about the traditional xylophone. 8,000 with all the parts and logistic costs.
Overall, sales dropped only slightly in 2020 versus 2019. Surprisingly, Geep got some new clients. Because of COVID-19, grade schools hired him to teach music instructors how to play percussion instruments, allowing them to make music while they wear face masks. He joined the fair for the first time to introduce his brand.
The first aim for us is to letting people know there's not only overseas brand in Hong Kong can purchase the instrument. Hong Kong also have our own instrument is doing good. All the products is designed by us and also the quality checked by us.
The booth cost $10,000 without subsidies, and Geep made enough money to break even at the fair. He is pleased that so far his 2021 revenues are on par with last year. This man attended the fair to get some good bargains, and he was excited by the atmosphere.
I'm from the diamond industry. From last 1.5 years, we cannot do the show. So we are quite happy to see this. A lot of people are coming here and they are seeing the things.
The presence of real live people at an expo has injected some new energy that exhibitors hope means vibrant sales.
A sudden pang of environmental conscience from Tesla over its founder's endorsement of cryptocurrencies. Elon Musk has decided to suspend accepting Bitcoin payments for his electric cars, after previously accepting it as the wave of the future of money. Bitcoin, the world's biggest digital currency, fell below $50,000. The digital currency is created when high-powered computers use enormous amounts of power mining for more Bitcoin. The process devours about the same amount of energy annually as the Netherlands did in 2019. Musk himself is a strong believer in digital currencies, while also advocating for clean technology. He tweeted, "Cryptocurrency is a good idea on many levels, and we believe it has a promising future, but this cannot come at great cost to the environment." Each fortnight, Andrew Gill delivers the Denmark Bulletin to every letterbox in town. Gill says the bi-monthly delivery has become part of the community clock in Denmark, with people saying it's Bulletin Week this week to mark the time. Gill and wife Patricia have continued a simple and successful formula they started 40 years ago, printing local community stories contributed by readers and deliver it for free. Inland from Perth, at the independent not-for-profit Tud Ye Herald, local advertisers still see value buying space in a printed paper that people can browse through without an electronic device. Since the 1980s, circulation has steadily increased to 5,000, covering news, sport, and community groups. A recent industry survey revealed many small communities are still printing newspapers carrying ultra-local news and events.
I think in these rural markets, people are hungry for news, and they're hungry for local news, which you don't often get in the metro papers anymore.
More than 20 volunteers at Mount Parker's Plantagenet News have kept the fortnightly running for 41 years. It would be easier to just go online, but the community and advertisers have resisted the move.
Many of them have said if you go digital, we'll be pulling out advert. There'll be no point in keeping advertising.
So as large metropolitan publications continue to go digital or just go bust, small publishers have tapped keen rural interest in a hard copy local paper.
When Money Matters returns, we take you to the picturesque new town of Wu Kai Sha in Sha Tin District. Stay with us. Welcome back to Money Matters. Over the decades, Sha Tin has built up developments expanding into Ma'anshan and Wu Kai Sha. With more international schools opening and a peaceful environment, more expats have moved in. Reporter Alice Khan took a closer look at some flats in the picturesque neighborhood of Wu Kai Sha.
After visiting the large complex of City 1, we strolled along the Ma'anshan Promenade on the eastern coast of Tolo Harbor. We finally reached Wu Kai Sha, northwest of Ma'anshan. Originally, there were only a few villages here. It was once home to the largest of the detention centers for Vietnamese boat people. Nearby, Starfish Bay is popular among environmentalists who want to conserve the creatures and the plants there. Wu Kai Sha has many expats living nearby the international schools in the area. The average property price in Wu Kai Sha fell almost 4% in 2019 amid the social unrest. But now the average price has climbed back up 0.9% as COVID has eased. Currently, prices are around the mid-$15,000 per square foot level. But the rental market is still suffering declines. The average rent fell 7.7% over the past 2 years to $31 per square foot.
The home price in Wu Kai Sha is relatively cheaper, and also actually there are quite a lot of apartments for the expat to choose, especially for those expats they are newly come to Hong Kong and they want to enjoy a big community. I think this is one of the best options for the expat in case they do have a relatively budget, accommodation cost.
We inspect a flat in this 4-year-old project, Double Cove, 5 minutes away from the Wu Kai Sha MTR station. This 3-bedroom flat is over 800 square feet. The homeowner is asking $16 million, or nearly $20,000 per square foot. He is also trying to rent it out at $29,000, or $35 per square foot, higher than the current market price.
Actually, it is quite expensive.
It is not expensive at all. I show you the view outside. There's a sea view and mountain view in front of you, with a similar view like Tai Tam. The rent is $50,000. The property price is over $30 million. Now the asking rent is $29,000 and the asking price is $16 million. It is value for money. This is Starfish Bay in the front. The Pat Sin Long is on the left. This is a signature mountain view here. Many expats come here for hiking.
Then we took a closer look at the flat to see where the value was for the money. First, the balcony, which should be an extension of the living area, but this one may not be able to serve the purpose.
The balcony is 22 square feet.
It is too small to fit in a chair to look at the view.
Yes, it can only be used for drying clothes or a place for putting plants.
The living room is square-shaped. It has a floor-to-ceiling window and a glass sliding door leading to the outside. The large window allows natural light to enter the flat. The dining area is about 80 square feet. It can fit a dining table for 4 people. The owner also offers a cabinet.
Alice, there are 3 bedrooms. I show you. This is the first bedroom. The owner turned it into a study. He built a platform and a desk in the bay window.
Next to the study room is a kid's bedroom.
It has a Starfish Bay view. All 3 bedrooms also have a sea view.
The ensuite master bedroom is at the end of the flat.
It is over 100 square feet, almost 110 square feet. The owner built a platform and raised the level of the bed. There is a lot of storage space underneath.
The owner also offers a big wardrobe in the master bedroom. There's also a reasonably sized ensuite bathroom. The kitchen is about 80 square feet and has a lot of storage.
It is quite spacious. It can fit 3 or 4 people here. The rent, the price is inclusive of all electrical appliances, washing machine, oven, stove, fridge.
Vincent says landlords can ask for a slight premium if they include nice decoration and furniture. But he advised a buyer should check the bank valuation on the flat before purchase, as the asking price is higher than the market price.
For the properties which is more than, say, 10 million Hong Kong dollars, I think for most of the people, they can only get 50% loan-to-value ratio. For some of the expats, they may only get like 40% of the loan-to-value ratio. So in case the transaction price, which is far above the bank's valuation, they have to pay more down payment for buying the property.
So we browsed another flat in a 24-year-old project, Symphony Bay, further away from the MTR station. This 3-bedroom flat is over 1,000 square feet. The asking price is $15 million, or just over $13,000 per square foot, below the market price.
Compared to others in the district, the price is $3,000 to $4,000 lower than those projects, such as Sunshine City or City One. It is very cheap.
Why is this so cheap?
It is not close to an MTR station.
We checked out the interior and quality of the unit. The large living room is 370 square feet.
The sofa is put on the right-hand side. Opposite is the TV set. The dining table can be put on the right-hand side of the entrance. There's room to put a coffee table in the middle.
But I find there are lots of gaps, cracks on the floor.
Yes, there are cracks. The floor panels are original. It is over 20 years old. A buyer can use it if they don't mind. Also, a buyer can redo it.
The color theme of the flat is white, so it is very bright because of the floor-to-ceiling window.
The view is a mountain view. We can see the Pat Sin Long. It also has a bit of a sea view.
The flat faces west, allowing strong sunlight through the window in the afternoon. It could be uncomfortable for residents. The flat has 1 ensuite bedroom and 2 smaller bedrooms.
It is almost 90 square feet. It has a bay window, but it is counted as usable area. The natural light shines through the window. The whole room is very bright.
The ensuite master bedroom is larger.
It is almost 130 square feet. A bed can be placed in the middle, and a wardrobe, and also there is a bathroom.
The renovated kitchen is 140 square feet and has lots of storage. This expat works in Sheungwan. Will he rent the double cove flat for $29,000?
Maybe 20,000. Like, to me, I don't think Hong Kong is known so much for like that type of scenery outdoors, so it is a bit unique in that regard.
He says he'll continue to rent in Hong Kong, seeing prices as too high at the moment to buy. A bottle of Petrus 2000 red wine spent 14 months maturing in space and is now up for sale and could fetch a 7-figure number. Christie's says the bottle was one of 12 sent to the International Space Station, where it aged in a carefully monitored and controlled environment as part of an experiment carried out by startup Space Cargo Unlimited. The 12 bottles were sent to the ISS in November 2019 as part of the research into how food adapts to space conditions. They were shuttled back to Earth from the space station in January this year aboard a SpaceX cargo capsule after spending nearly 440 days and 300 million kilometers in orbit. The experiment continued in Bordeaux, where a bottle was opened for a blind taste test by a dozen high-flying, earthbound experts, who compared the space taste to the earthy plonk of the same vintage. The result?
The reports are that it matured fantastically well, so that's great news.
The experts feel the space-bound bottle had matured a little bit faster than the bottles on Earth. Collectors have expressed keen interest in the orbital alcohol. A bottle of Petrus 2000 usually sells for around $8,432 US. The estimate for this piece is in the region of $1 million. The auction house says the bottle is being offered through Christie's private sales. The buyer will also receive a standard bottle of Petrus 2000 to compare the two wines, plus a decanter, glasses, and a corkscrew made from a meteorite. Proceeds from the sale will go towards future agricultural research missions in space. First, companies offered us impossible beef, then cultured chicken. Now, makers of lab-grown fish are attempting to bring another protein alternative to our tables: lab-grown salmon. Cellular agriculture startup Wildtype has unveiled the latest prototype of its cell-based salmon. The fish is made with real coho salmon cells. The cells organize into a recognizable fish fillet shape using a plant-based mold. Demand for seafood is at an all-time high while wild fish stocks continue to plummet, and salmon farms face warming coastal waters due to climate change. Their yet-to-be-sold salmon is intended to be sushi grade. The company is confident that as demand for sustainable food alternatives grows, people will come around to eating fish grown in a test tube.
That's the show. Thanks for watching. Next time on Money Matters, it's back to the countryside as our trek through the districts of Hong Kong brings us to Sai Kung. See you then. Good night.